Hi, it's Sarah here. How's it going? I hope you're having a great day today. So we're going to be doing a talk today on why you have to release the Bodhisattva vow if you have taken it. You might not know you've taken the Bodhisattva vow. You might have taken it in another lifetime. So I wanted to explain some of the symptoms. And also I want to show you a mudra. A mudra is a hand position that Yeshua gave me to help you release it if you've taken it. So about 10 years ago, Buddha came to see me, and Buddha told me that I had taken the Bodhisattva vow in another lifetime. And I'd never heard of it. I didn't know anything about it. So I read up on about it, thought, oh, that's quite intense, but then kind of put it aside, didn't think much of it. And then the last 4 years I've been sitting on a mountain, out in nature, healing many harmful lifetimes of suffering. And I came to realize how incredibly harmful this vow is to your psyche. Basically, Spirit showed me a kind of a diagonal line across here, and all this was black and full of martyrdom and the Bodhisattva vow, basically. And that I had 3 Buddha heads inside me. I had a big one here, which was suffering. I had one on my right shoulder, which was unworthiness, and one on my left shoulder, which was undeserving. Now, I still have this undeserving one. It's nearly gone, hopefully. As we're peeling off the layers which are covering it, then it will just release. The other 2 have gone, fortunately. But it's taken a really long time for me to release this vow. And partly for me, it might not take you this long. Partly for me, it's completely enmeshed with another vow I made, and these 2 are feeding off each other, which makes it doubly hard. So for you, hopefully, it wouldn't take you as long, but it is really important if you have taken this vow to release it, and I will explain why in a minute. So let's just look at some symptoms. As I say, you might not know you've taken it in the past, but symptoms of the Bodhisattva vow are basically taking on other people's stuff. If somebody has maybe an illness or a problem, you tend to take it on as yours. Always putting others first, you always put yourself last. Constant self-sabotage, martyrdom, unworthiness, undeserving. You'll always take the hard path, denial. And so it's strange. It's like somebody might offer you something, or you can go and do this, and your immediate thought is, oh yes, that would be fantastic. And then after a few seconds, something kicks in, and you're aware that there is kind of this inner dialogue going on. You can't hear it, but it's as though there's kind of a wall comes down, and you realize that, oh, you're not allowed to do this, and so you say no. So there's a lot of denial. Like, you might experience a lot of poverty or a lot of illness, basically a lot of suffering and a lot of struggle, because that's what this vow is. When you make this vow, you are vowing to put everybody else's ascension first, and through suffering. So through suffering, you will make yourself basically come last. You will put everybody else before you, and through suffering you're going to choose this really hard path to enlightenment. Basically, it's a form of a path to enlightenment that the Buddhists take. Now, however, and you take it for eternity, you don't have to do it the hard way. You came here to know your divinity. You came here to know your God in human form, and to ascend through lives of joy and abundance and serving, helping others, okay? You don't have to take the hard path. But if you've had a life of a Buddhist monk, or being Buddhist before, it is quite likely that you've taken this vow. Okay, so the problem is that you take it for eternity, and this is why Spirit have asked me to work with everybody today to kind of help you release it. Because there is a huge problem. So you take it for eternity, and say on earth, you finish your incarnations on earth, say you've reached a form of enlightenment and you're in the 7th dimension. You have to ascend back up to the 12th dimension, and then from the 12th dimension, then you become an archangel and go back up through the angelic realm, back to oneness with Source. Now, it takes a soul, a new soul, millions and millions and millions of years to get from a new soul to the 12th dimension. And new souls are coming all the time. Okay? There must be a Googleplex of souls in this universe alone, and there's an infinite number of universes. So you have vowed to put yourself, everyone else before you. you can never ascend. You can get off Earth, you're going to go to another planet, and then what happens is normally you go up through the planets. Different planets have different dimensions, and so you go back through the different planets to your home planet, and you're going to be stuck. You can't get there because you've put everyone else before you. There's a Googleplex number of souls on the universe, an infinite number of universes. How can you ever ascend? You can't, and this is a problem. The Bodhisattva vow exists on lots of other planets because people have taken it on Earth and they're stuck with it. So this is why if you have taken it in this lifetime, you've got to release it. You can't use this as a form of enlightenment. If you've taken it in another lifetime, you can release it. And as I say, you might not know you have taken it. You just know that you're always stuck in struggle and strife and suffering. If it's the case, it is quite likely that you have taken it, and you can use this technique to help you release it, or to release whatever it is you've taken that is causing the suffering. Okay, so you can't get home if you've got it, basically. You have to release it. So you have to work with Source, with God, okay? You have to work with the angelic realm, and I work with Jesus as well. You might have other beings, gods, goddesses, ascended masters that you want to work with, and that's fine. But always work with Source and the angelic realm as well, and they're going to help you. So all you have to do is, first of all, before I show you the mudra, you have to know that you are allowed to release it, and it is not real. Okay, so we are living on Earth, what's called a matrix. It is a game. It is devised by God. It is a game called the matrix, and you are in it. And what this means is that everything that you see, hear, etc., is perceived through the lens of your belief system, and it is like a simulation for your soul. Okay, everything around you, it's not real, basically. And what this means is that as it's made by God, only love exists, only joy exists, only abundance exists, only, not separation exists, togetherness exists. I can't think of the word, but if you're experiencing separation from God, if you're experiencing lack, if you're experiencing all these other emotions, fear, guilt, shame, oneness, that's the word I'm looking for. Oneness with God, thank you. Oneness with God is real. If you're not experiencing that, it's an illusion. Therefore, this Bodhisattva vow is an illusion, okay? It is not real. It is not love. It is suffering. It is not real. So you have to keep telling yourself over and over again, you are allowed to release it, and it is not real. Because what happens is you have trained your mind. When you take this vow, you are saying to your mind, okay, this is my form of enlightenment. I'm going to take this path of enlightenment through suffering, and I'm taking it for eternity. And so your mind believes this. And what happens is when you come to release the Bodhisattva vow, your mind's going, hang on, we made this vow for eternity. You're not allowed to release it. And so you have to keep telling yourself over and over again, I am allowed to release it. It's not real. Okay, that's really important for you to know, and you've got to keep telling yourself over and over again. So what I found was I'd be starting to release the Bodhisattva vow with spirit, and then after like a minute, my mind started getting anxious, my body started getting anxious, and this anxiety would kick in that, you know, it didn't feel that it was allowed to be released. So I have had Yeshua come and tell me many things, but I hear him as a voice. But this was different. This was at night. I was in a classroom with about 10 other people, and he was showing us this mudra, which is a hand position, to release the Bodhisattva vow. So all you have to do is have your left arm, and you're going to take your right hand, and you're going to hold this point just below your elbow. So basically your elbow's here, you're just going to hold your arm here, and I like to hold it nice and tight. And then what happens is, as you're releasing the Bodhisattva vow and you're holding this hand position, you will feel so much more calm. Your mind will be calm, your body will be calm, and you feel centered and present and grounded and peaceful in your body. And this will allow spirit to release it much more easily. You'll be able to sit there and just have it release, basically, rather than your mind kicking in. So I found it really effective. So all you have to do is just try and spend at least 5 or 10 minutes every day holding this hand position, and you're just going to call on Source, call on God, the angelic realm, and then whoever you want to call, and you're going to simply ask for the Bodhisattva vow to be released and for you to transcend it. Now, if you don't know you've taken it, you can simply say, ask God and angelic realm, etc., to release any limiting vows or oaths or thought patterns that you have which are causing suffering, or which are keeping you stuck, or which are limiting you, however you want to phrase it. But you can just ask for any and all vows and oaths and thought patterns you have taken to be released and transcended. Okay, so if you don't know you've taken it, you can use those words. If you know you've taken it, you can use a Bodhisattva vowel words, and it's going to work either way. Now, you have to keep surrendering to divine will. This vow is so strong that you need to keep surrendering. So all you have to do is imagine a sky blue flame in front of you, big one, and you're going to step into this sky blue flame, and you're going to see it through your body, through inside your body and outside your body, and you're going to keep just telling yourself, do this several times a day, I surrender to divine will. I surrender to divine will. And you can do this before you sit down and use your mudra. Actually, it works really well. I surrender to divine will. The other thing you can do is imagine a violet flame in front of you. You can call upon Archangel Zachiel and the violet flame, and you see yourself stepping into it again, and this violet flame comes through your body, around your body, and it's going to clear away some of this guilt and shame of unworthiness and undeserving, etc., that's stuck emotional energy in your body. So use both of those flames. Keep asking for healing, keep asking, keep surrendering. Keep telling yourself over and over again, the Bodhisattva vow is self-harm, I choose to let it go. Because we can choose what we want to experience, we just got to keep saying it. So I choose to let it go. The Bodhisattva vow is self-harm, I choose to let it go. Keep saying, I'm allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow, it's not real. Okay, you've got to make that your new belief. Keep seeing it, keep writing it, keep saying it. Keep choosing to be free. I'm a sovereign being, I choose to be free. Every day, ask Source, God, for a freedom state and for your freedom codes. Okay, freedom codes, these are light codes, these are frequencies of energy which are going to come down through your crown chakra. So sit somewhere quietly, shut your eyes, and just try and open your crown and ask for freedom codes to come into you. Okay, so again, the mudra, put your right hand just below your elbow, okay? Try and do it on a daily basis. If you've got a couple of hours, you could sit there for a couple of hours and feel it release. Try and put your awareness, try and watch what's going on in your brain. You could ask Spirit in your mind. You can ask Spirit to show you what's going on if you like, and you might be able to see it being released. Okay, so we are going to use the Christ unwinding technique now to help you. This is a technique I developed with Yeshua quite a few years ago now. It works for all religions, or if you're an atheist, it's not to do with Christianity. It basically, Christ-like is source energy. And you're going to be seeing sentences written across the inside of your forehead. Now, if you're illiterate, it doesn't matter, just imagine they're there. It actually works better if you can read your sentences. If you can't actually see them, it's because your mind is saying that you're either unsafe, unworthy, or undeserving enough to see them. Just keep repeating over and over again, I am safe, worthy, and deserving of seeing my sentences, and eventually you'll be able to. Okay, so just sit somewhere quietly, put your feet flat on the floor, hands palm up on your lap, and then you're simply going to say, I call upon the Christ light to help me. And then you're going to read across the inside of your forehead the following two sentences. The first one is, I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. Now, if you don't know you've taken it and you want to change it, you could put, I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing all limiting vows and oaths. And underneath it, you can put, I am allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow, it's not real. I'm allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow, it's not real. And again, you can change that one. If you don't know you've taken it, you can change, I'm allowed to release all limiting vows and oaths, they're not real. Something like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to see your two sentences go up into your mind, and they're going to start to weave left and right and up and down and backwards and around, creating new pathways in your brain, new thought patterns in your mind. I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. And I am allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. And then you're going to see your sentences are going to spiral down through your head, anti-clockwise, down through your throat, down the middle of your chest, reading your sentences. I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. Down through the middle of your belly. I am allowed to release a Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. Down through the middle of your pelvis. I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. Then you're going to see your sentences come out from a gap between your legs and spiral all the way down to the floor between your legs. I am allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. And you're going to see your sentences go off into the distance or down into the ground. Reading your sentences again. I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. I am allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. And this time you're going to see your sentences go up you're going to see your sentences go up your left hand. I'll get it right in a minute. You see your sentences going up your left hand, up your left arm, spiraling around and around your arm, over your left elbow and up your left upper arm. When they reach your left shoulder, spiral them across the top of your back to your right shoulder. When they reach your right shoulder, spiral them back across to your left. Reading your sentences, I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. Then spiraling down the left side of your upper body. I am allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. Down your left waist, spiraling them around and around. Down your left pelvis. I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. See your sentences spiraling down your left thigh, over your left knee, down your left calf. I am allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. And then over your left foot, and then either down into the ground or off into the distance. Then reading your sentences again. I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. I am allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. And this time seeing your sentences going up your right hand, up your right arm, over your right elbow and up your right upper arm. When they reach your right shoulder, seeing your sentences spiral across to your left one, reading your sentences, I am safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. When they reach your left shoulder, spiral them back across to your right. I'm allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. And seeing them spiraling down the right side of your body. So your upper body, seeing your sentences, I'm safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. Down your right waist. Down the right side of your pelvis. I'm allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. Down your right thigh. I'm safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. Over your right knee, down your right calf. I'm allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. And seeing your sentences going over your right foot and then off into the distance or down into the ground. Then reading your sentences again, across the inside of your forehead. I'm safe, worthy, and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. I'm allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow. It's not real. This time you just ask your sentences to go forward, and you ask your sentences to be sent across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. And then lastly, we finish off by seeing our sentences written on the outside of our body. So see them written across the top of your head. I'm allowed to release, so I keep getting mixed up. I'm safe, worthy and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. I'm allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow, it's not real. Seeing them written across the outside of your forehead. I'm safe, worthy and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. I'm allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow, it's not real. See them written across your high heart here. I am safe, worthy and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. I am allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow, it's not real. And then in big white and beautiful gold letters across the middle of your chest. I am safe, worthy and deserving of releasing the Bodhisattva vow. I am allowed to release the Bodhisattva vow, it's not real. Let me just say thank you to the Christ light for helping. Okay, so I hope that helps. Don't be put off by the amount of time it takes. It's better than a few years, it's better than eternity, isn't it? So just persevere with it. And what you'll find is that actually gradually your life, life isn't going to go from a lot of suffering to no suffering. What you'll find is the suffering will just slowly get better. There'll be a lot less suffering, a lot less struggle, and your life will just get easier and easier. And just talking about suffering, I'm using the word suffering, but one thing Yeshua did tell me is the amount of suffering you will experience is the amount of suffering you believe in. So if you keep telling yourself over and over again, there is no such thing as suffering, there's only love and abundance, and make that your belief system, that's really going to help you at all. That's really going to help you lots. And so keep saying that over and over again. Okay, I hope that helps. Much love and many blessings from my heart to yours.